A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move that could further escalate tensions between the United States and China, the U.S. government announced new port fees on ships built and operated by Chinese companies. This decision, revealed on April 17, 2025, aims to bolster the domestic shipbuilding industry while simultaneously curbing China's growing dominance in the maritime sector. The announcement comes amidst a backdrop of ongoing trade disputes and tariffs initiated during the previous administration under President Donald Trump. U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer emphasized the importance of shipping and maritime transport to the nation's economic security. Ships and shipping are vital to American economic security and the free flow of commerce, Greer stated. The new fees are set to take effect in mid-October, with the structure designed to apply per tonnage or per container for each Chinese-linked ship's voyage to the United States, rather than at individual ports, alleviating some concerns from industry stakeholders. The fees will be capped at 5 assessments per year for each ship, and owners can avoid these fees entirely if they place an order for a vessel built in the United States. This initiative is seen as a necessary step to reverse the decline of the U.S. shipbuilding industry, which has dropped to a mere 0.1% of global output, a stark contrast to its post-World War II dominance. Currently, Asian countries, particularly China, South Korea, and Japan, account for over 95% of civil shipbuilding, with China alone constructing nearly half of all newly launched ships. The proposed fees will differentiate between Chinese-built and Chinese-operated ships, with both categories facing gradually increasing costs over the years. For example, the initial fee for Chinese-built vessels starts at $18 per net ton or $120 per container. This means that a ship carrying 15,000 containers could potentially incur a staggering fee of $1.8 million. Concerns have been raised by U.S. industry groups representing around 30 different sectors, who fear that these new fees could drive up the prices of imported goods. One business representative expressed apprehension that the combination of these fees, alongside existing tariffs on Chinese imports and duties on steel and aluminum, would exert extraordinary pressure on U.S. retailers. In addition to the new port fees, the U.S. government is also set to impose fees on non-U.S. built car carrier vessels starting in 180 days. Furthermore, new fees for liquefied natural gas, LNG, carriers will be introduced, although these will not take effect for another 3 years. Notably, the fees will not apply to shipping within the Great Lakes, the Caribbean, or to and from U.S. territories, nor will they affect bulk commodity exports arriving in the United States on empty ships. Greer also announced proposed tariffs on certain ship-to-shore cranes and Chinese cargo handling equipment, further indicating the administration's commitment to reducing reliance on Chinese imports and revitalizing the domestic shipbuilding sector. The Trump administration's actions will begin to reverse Chinese dominance, address threats to the U.S. supply chain, and send a demand signal for U.S.-built ships, Greer concluded. As the U.S. navigates this complex landscape of international trade and economic policy, the implications of these new fees and tariffs will undoubtedly be felt across various industries and may continue to strain U.S.-China relations. Stakeholders from both sides will be watching closely as the situation unfolds, with potential ramifications for global trade dynamics in the coming years. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.